What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Driller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT Review, the show from March 26, 2019. They're at Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida, where your commentators have Mauro, Nigel McGuinness, and Percy Watson. And I'm about to go through what's going on with NXT, basically what pertains to the whole vacant NXT Championship, or for that placement for Takeover New York for this the best 2 out of 3 falls, and then what pertains to the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic finals, basically when we get to that main event, and the whole situation with the women's for NXT, and yeah, all that right here. So let's get right to it, and also what pertains to other things too as well, you know. So we get Adam Cole, baby, coming out, and basically there was the vacant NXT Championship in the ring, and he talks about how he won the right to face Gargano for the vacant WWE NXT Championship that's going to be taking place at Takeover New York during WrestleMania weekend, and basically um he wanted to see he wanted John Gargano to come out to to see who's he going up to see exactly what is he going up against for Takeover New York. So John Gargano comes out. Um, he gets in the ring. Adam Cole and John Gargano in the ring. Also, these crowds wouldn't stop chanting Johnny Wrestling, Adam Cole. This was going on for like about a minute or two, non-stop chanting of Adam Cole and Johnny Wrestling. Adam Cole finally shut him up by saying, he doesn't need the fan support, because all he cares about and all he needs is to be the NXT champion. John Gargano basically said that he doesn't mind the chance. Basically, he doesn't mind the Johnny Wrestling chance and all that. So Adam Cole runs down. Well, first of all, John Gargano says to Adam Cole that, because Adam Cole said that he's got 1 million reasons why he should be NXT champion instead of John Gargano, and Gargano is basically waiting for him to come up with 1 million reasons, and basically Adam Cole didn't say anything, and just led to Gargano basically exposing Adam Cole by just saying that he's at a loss of words. So Adam Cole basically start talking about how Johnny Gargano is being called Johnny Takeover, a name that was given by the by himself, and basically pertains to takeover shows. That he talks about how Gargano hasn't been lucky winning takeover shows lately. Has not been winning matches lately as well. Just Al Cole basically talks about what he's done on takeover shows, and basically talks about how what Johnny Gargano has done and lately, and also pertains to Adam Cole, basically what Adam Cole has done ever since coming to NXT, where he's been successful, and Gargano has dropped, has not been that successful, according to Adam Cole, where pertains to his potential, where pertains to his achievements. So Gargano explains what he's done for NXT, where pertains to going for tryouts, and not be able to pass the tryouts, and then he gets a second chance by being part of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic along with Tommaso Ciampa. Where he pointed out that when he got paired with Tommaso Ciampa, he had no knowledge of who Ciampa was. I'm pretty sure he has, but I think he was saying is that he never met Tommaso Ciampa and all that. When he, also he started pairing up with him and all that, the whole DIY ended up happening, and then also he came back, from um to beat Ciampa at Takeover to get his job back, and he fought for everything on NXT. The where it pertains to in Toronto, along with Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Tag Team Championships against the Revival. Where it pertains to New Orleans, again his job back, and well, I need to make that correction there. Where it pertains to when he came back, he came back because the WWE want him to be there, to do something in NXT, you know, where he was not he didn't sign an official contract to be with WWE, but WWE calls him to come have him come back, um until finally he finally gets the opportunity, and Tommaso Ciampa, to finally to sign with NXT, basically to sign with the WWE. um and that was and basically back to the whole part with New Orleans, where he beat Tommaso Ciampa in New Orleans last year, take over New Orleans to get his job back, and then worked chance to take over Phoenix, which was from very remote weekend, that he won the North American Championship against Ricochet, and basically saying he's done it all by himself. Gargano has done everything all by himself, along with Tommaso Ciampa, what pertains to take over Toronto back in, I believe it was the year 2016. Yes, 2016. And he said he did it while having any cronies, like Alan Cole has his cronies, where pertains to Undisputed Era. And he says that at Takeover New York, he will win the NXT Championship, and yeah, and as basically John Gargano, he cut one of the best promos he's ever cut before. It was very passionate. It showcased that he's fought for everything. He's fought for for the fans of approval. He fought for the company's approval. He's fought for his wife's approval. I mean, he didn't mention his wife, but basically he's doing it just for he basically fighting for his family and all that, and also for himself. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good ass promo, and and this doesn't help him gets him to be the NXT champion. After that promo, um, I don't know what will. Um, and when I look at it, I still prefer Adam Cole to win the belt. But after this promo, I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I'm segueing to John Gargano a little bit at this point, just to see him with the run with the NXT Championship. So basically, this will be the end of the segment, basically. But then Adam Cole leaves the ring, and then he says, he's so inspirational. He's such an inspiration, and that that's a lifetime story and all that. And then Adam Cole said that he will win, and here's why. And also, Undisputed Era comes out on stage, and then Adam Cole said, it's undisputed. Basically doing this whole thing. So yeah, I cannot wait for this match, folks, between Adam Cole and John Gargano for the vacant NXT Championship at Takeover New York during WrestleMania weekend, folks. It's gonna be awesome, and obviously it's gonna be in the main event. Yeah, very very good. This is a very damn good segment to open up the show. And then we segue to the opening match. You get Vanessa Bourne and Aliyah, the two tag teams that I'm not a fan of because they're both garbage. They're both trash. They both suck as female wrestlers. They go up against Lacey Lane and Casey Carazaro. And match itself, I thought I thought it was alright. Vanessa Born and Aliyah still sucks. But they look like they're improving a little bit. Still don't care about the tag team. Don't care about Aliyah. Vanessa Born, sort of. If she wasn't, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's missing with Vanessa Born. But hey, Ace gave her a good role as a heel, and she's doing a good job as being a heel. Aliyah, I just don't care of her being a heel, anyways. To me, she doesn't bring anything to the table of being a heel. But also the three of the four horsewomen, Shayna Baszler, the NXT Women's Champion, Jessica Menduke, and Rhea Shafir, they come out, and then also Vanessa Born and Aliyah leaves. They leave. Basically, they're being the cowards, chicken heels, running, backing off, and basically, you know. Lacey Lane was taken out by Shayna Baszler, causing a DQ. Jessica Menduke at one point took out, basically pushed down Casey Carazaro. Casey Carazaro got back in though, and was basically using her quickness to, to get some offense to Shayna Baszler. Took out Jessica Menduke and Rhea Shafir with I believe with a drop kick, whatever. Basically, Casey Carazaro was measuring up against Shayna Baszler, but then Shayna Baszler caught her with the Karakula clutch, and knocked her out. And then all of a sudden, they get they're leaving, and all of a sudden Shayna Baszler gets to the commentators and say that these women basically saying about how NXT is not showing her any respect with her being the NXT Women's Champion, and there you go. Basically, the whole. It was just to showcase how Shayna Baszler is dangerous in the women's division, and she's the champion, and she's got her two friends along with her, to back up her claims, basically. So. But yeah, as far in the match, basically it ended by disqualification. So Lacey Lane and Casey Carazaro did win. So, but the match was a waste of time because basically Shayna Baszler coming out to, just to show that she runs the women's division of NXT. So we segue to Matt Riddle versus Conor Reeves, and Conor Reeves was basically at one point had the offense on to Matt Riddle, which is a joke because Conor Reeves just getting offense to Matt Riddle, it was unbelievable. And then also the Velveteen Dream shows up. He's being basically dragged out on stage on a sofa drinking something, and I noticed one of the women, there are basically two women, and I think it was one of those wheel couch, whatever, maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what it was. But then, there are two women there, and one of them is Brandy Lauren, who is also back in Impact Wrestling, known as Ava Story, and I think she's signed with. I don't think she's officially signed with WWE yet because she's still in the Indies, still wrestling in the Indies as Brandy Lawrence, meant to say. I was gonna say Brandy Rose. No, Brandy Rose is from AEW. This is the one I'm talking about is Brandy Lauren, formerly known as Ava Story. So, and the other woman, I don't know who she is. But she's pretty attractive though. So, but yeah, I don't know who she was though. But so Matt Riddle, he ends up being on Conor Reeves. Conor Reeves, He's not working, folks. He's a failed project. I know, I get it. They try so many times to repackage this guy, and especially give him this whole the finest gimmick. It's not working. It's just not working at all. You might just let this guy go. But yeah, but Matt Riddle wins. Thank God he won. All of a sudden, the ring announcer was gonna, which is Kayla Braxton. She was gonna announce the winner, but then Velveteen Dream cuts her off and says that basically does the announcement for her that Matt Riddle won, but in his own way basically. And Matt Riddle gets to the Velveteen Dream. He took his cup. He starts drinking it, throws it away. Matt Riddle says to the Dream that at Takeover he's gonna beat him for the NXT North American Championship. And by the way, that match is official. And then Matt Riddle walks off, and then the two women were in disgust after seeing Matt Riddle walking away, and Velveteen Dream, even he was a little disgusted, and I didn't care about Velveteen Dream that much anyways. But yeah, there you go. Alright, and now we get to the main event, which is the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals. Winner will win the trophy and will go to TakeOver New York to face War Raiders for their NXT Tag Team Championship. So the Forgotten Sons, which is Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler, being accompanied by Jackson Ryker versus the team of Ricochet and Aleister Black. And the match itself, pretty damn good from both teams, and especially with the outside interference from Jackson Ryker. Best match obviously on the show. No fault to Matt Riddle, and no fault to Casey Catanzaro and Lacey Lane. Because they were, basically were pertains to Matt Riddle. He was working with trash, and then when pertains to Lacey Lane and Casey Catanzaro, they were also working with trash. And on top of that, with the three of the four horsewomen coming out there, ruining the match. Not the match was good anyways. Not because of Lacey Lane and Casey Capratelli. I mean Casey Catanzaro. But anyways. But yeah, this match itself, the finals, basically the Forgotten Sons has really turned it around. To showcase how good they can be. I mean, Wesley Blake, I always know he's good. I always know he's always been good. It's just that they didn't know what to do with what was the right thing to do with him. Until finally they finally came up with the Forgotten Sons, and then they got Steve Cutler, who's come a long way, very good, and also pertains to Jackson Ryker, who is better known as Gunner from Impact Wrestling. I know how good he can be, and they're obviously going up against two of the best in Ricochet and Aleister Black. So yeah, this match, I love the booking of this match. I love the false finish. I love the the teaser where the match is going to be ending. It was just incredible from top to bottom. In the end, so basically our Jackson Ryker got involved twice. The first one he got away with it. Second time, did not so much because referee escorted him out. And then led to Aleister Black and Ricochet getting the win. Afterwards, basically they didn't get the win until like about the next 4 minutes maybe. After our Jackson Ryker got exit out of from ringside. But yeah, Ricochet and Aleister Black wins the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. They win the trophy, and all of a sudden War Raiders comes out because they're gonna be facing the War Raiders at TakeOver in New York for the NXT Championship. I mean the NXT Tag Team Championship. And basically have a stare down. And I'm saying to myself, oh my god, this is gonna be a good match. This is gonna be a good ass tag team match. I think that's gonna be the opening match though. I could be I could be wrong, but usually when it pertains to the NXT Tag Team Championships for takeover shows, this usually does becomes the opener. So we'll see it. We'll see it if it does. But yeah, this match was incredible. This whole tournament of the Dusty World Tag Team Classic has been amazing, and it lived up to the expectation for 2019, for basically what pertains to NXT. And yeah, there you go, folks. That was the WWE NXT. Oh my god, my eyes for some reason. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, but that was WWE NXT. This review from that from March 26, 2019. Talking about wrestling, 3 matches. My overall stream for the show, I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. It could have been better, but here's the thing. This would have been a 4 out of 10. But because of that main event, it did boost it up. So I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. So yeah, it was a good show though. A good average show to say the least. All right, being said, thank you all for watching. It's the Natural Born Driller saying peace on the streets.